So in this video, I'm not really making anything. I'm actually making something over. This is a really neat, um, it was an ice holder for like a bottle of champagne. And I had turned it into a planter that I had on my back deck. And it had been really old and beat up. So I had drilled some holes in the bottom for drainage, and then I had spray painted it with, you know, that oil rubbed bronze spray paint that I love so much. And this was back in the beginning of fall because I wanted to warm things up. Well, these are, they're called paper whites, and they're like Christmas flowers that a lot of people grow around the holidays. And so I had gotten 2 of these bulbs from Valley View Farms in Hunt Valley, Maryland. And they were just really precious, just these 2 little bulbs. So they're getting established. And I said to myself, I really don't like the way this looks anymore, because I wanted to dry brush it with some white chalk paint and kind of brighten it up a little bit, because we have all of our Christmas stuff up, but I also want to have some things for when it's just, you know, for after Christmas, when it's winter. So I decided to just take this little planter here. I'm just going to make sure he's clean. Okay, he's clean. I'm just going to take this little planter here, and I'm just going to dry brush him with a little bit of white paint. And I like to give it like a little bit of an aged look. So that's why I'm just dry brushing it. I'm not trying to make it look perfectly white. So that is what I'm doing in this video, and I'm just kind of showing you how you can kind of just give something a new look by just kind of dry brushing some paint on it. And I don't want to I don't want to disturb these little paper whites, because they are getting their little roots established. So I have to do this with them in the container. But just with a couple of brushes, you can see what I'm trying to do here. I don't want to paint the whole thing white. I just want to brighten it up and give it like an aged kind of look. So I'm going to do the same thing on the sides and on the handle here. Just really simple, just lightly going over. I can't really tilt it too much, but just like you see there, I'm just going to go over it really light and just brighten it up and give it a nice little refreshing. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. So just showing you from a different angle just what I'm doing here, guys. Just taking it and just going lightly, just back and forth, just like this. And it's just giving it a whole new look. Really simple. It doesn't take long at all, but it gives it just a whole new look. So I'm going to finish it up. I'll show you a little bit over here. And you know that's Salem in the background. She's telling me it's lunchtime. It's always lunchtime for Salem. So just showing you guys, you can make it as heavy or as light as you want, but that's what we have so far. And I'm going to finish doing the whole thing just like that. And it's just taking brush strokes and just going in the same direction and just hitting it really light and just giving it a whole new look. Okay guys, so while the other piece is drying, I'm going to do the same thing with this picture here. Now this had been one of those pictures that had like the floral design on the front. It was white in the middle, it was blue around the bottom. They were really popular like back in the 80s. It had been my mom's, but unfortunately the big basin that it came with had accidentally gotten broken. So I just had the picture, and again it was fall, so I decided I wanted to warm everything up. I wanted to give this a little bit more of a modern look because I didn't like the blue and the floral design that was on the front. It was really dated. So I sprayed it again with the oil rubbed bronze spray paint, but I want to do the same technique to it as I did with the first piece, because I'm going to put some evergreens in here. And again, I think it would just look really pretty for winter for this to be more white and have evergreen in it. I think the evergreens would stand out more. And then, you know, when spring comes along, I think the flowers would look really pretty in there as well with a more white neutral type of look to this. So that's what we're doing. So just again, I'm just going to take some paint, and this is just plain old chalk paint, and I'm just going to just really gently just dry brush it. Just really simple. I don't want to overdo it. I just want to dry brush all around. I want to make sure that my paintbrush is going in the same direction. And I think this is just going to turn out really, really pretty. And the design here is also coming out. So I'm going to finish this, and then I'm going to show you what they both look like. Okay guys, and this is how they turned out. I think they look so pretty. And just showing you that all we did was just dry brush some white chalk paint onto them, and we just gave them a whole new look. And I did add in some of those little beads that you get from the Dollar Tree. They are in the aisle with the florals. They have like the rock and the clear beads, and then like the little gems here. And I just used like a nice neutral cream and then a clear. There's a couple little blue ones that snuck in there, but I think it looks so pretty, and I love that painting technique. And so moving over here, this is how the picture turned out, and just by dry brushing it, you really can see the embossing on the picture. It just really stands out so much more, and I just think it turned out so pretty. And I love it with the greenery, and just showing you the back where you can see some more of the embossing on the picture and how it just stands out. I think this is so pretty. I think my mother would approve, and I just love this. So it's a very simple painting technique. I hope I showed you and gave you a nice description of it. I love this, and I think these pieces just look like they have a complete new life to them now. And looking over here, you guys know I love velvet ribbon, and that is just this really beautiful chartreuse. It's not quite gold, it's got some green in it, and it's just this really beautiful chartreuse velvet ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I think it picks up the colors and the greenery so nicely. And I did add a few fresh cut pieces into this picture, and it smells so wonderful in here. It smells so piney. I love it. So I hope you guys like this video, and I really appreciate you being here. And again, I just hope I gave you some ideas on how to refresh some old things you may have around your house. It doesn't take a lot of time, and you can just give it a whole new makeover. Just give it a whole new look. So thank you guys so much for being here. I'll see you in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful season. Take care.